Hi, good evening, sources. Welcome to another episode of Melissa's Tabletop Talk. As you can see, I've got two special guests here with me today, and we are in for a treat because they are professional gamers. Yes, you heard it right. That is why the title for today is called So You Want to Be a Professional Gamer. And we've got two here today for you to ask all your questions. And as you can see, we've got one guy and one girl. So you introduce yourselves.
Right.
Yeah, hello, I'm Adeline from ISG.
And I'm Marvin from Insidious Gaming.
So as you've heard, they are from Insidious Gaming and they are one of Singapore's professional gaming, what do you call yourselves? Organizations. I've heard other terms used. So politically correct.
Yes.
So first up, my question to both of you is, how did you come about to become professional gamers?
I think it started out in passion for gaming. So I was playing game and then I met some friends. So from there they got me into ISG. Then we had trainings together and then we enjoy our time together. Of course, competitive and try to gain something out there.
I see. What about yourself?
As for me, I've been in the gaming scene for probably close to 10, 15 years. It's the people that are in the community that drives me to be a professional gamer. I want to be the best of the best, like nobody ever was. And that's why I keep trying to be good at the things that I do. And that's why it draws me. My passion for gaming is a lot, even in game and out of game. If I can't play at a professional level anymore, at least I want to do something back for the people who want to play on a professional level. And that's why we have Insidious Gaming as an organization, to let people to achieve their professional dreams, at least.
Very noble cause. So, okay, back to when it comes to professional gamers versus normal gamers, how do you tell the difference and how does one become professional? Is there some route or some, what's the way to become a professional gamer, and how do you spot people who have the potential to be professional gamers?
Well, for one thing, you must be passionate about the game that you play. Without passion, you will not find a professional. You won't be able to go professional at least. You'll be more casual, just don't have much passion, but you just like to play the game. But you must have the drive to go further than what you're already performing at a level. And basically,
I think it's also an achievement at the end of the day. So what do you want out of this game? Is it just playing for the sake of passing time, or at the end of the day you just want achievements, or you win something and you feel proud of it? It's that kind of achievement that drives you to play better.
But then there are a lot of people who say that they're really passionate, but they are just lousy at playing. Or what are the standards? How do you tell whether somebody is of that level who can compete on a higher level than say someone who's just full of passion and they are willing to put in the hard work, but as we Singaporeans we say, you just cannot make it?
of course, there's a difference between talent and then there's passion.
So what kind of talent are you looking for?
A talent, okay, for let's say we take a FPS game for
what game, sorry?
FPS, so it's a first-person shooter. So games like Overwatch, Counter-Strike. So you look for a talented player. You can see how a talented player stands out when he has good aim, good reflexes, has the ability to play at longer hours. That means they have stamina. I've seen players who have very little stamina fall off.
I'm video bombing. I need something from you.
You really need something from me.
Very important. Hand it over. It's in your pocket.
Okay.
Photo bomber.
No, video bomber. I'm a video bomber. I'm a ghost video bomber.
She's bombing only via audio. Yeah, no wonder she was smiling and circling around and dancing around.
So anyway, back to what I was saying, was the difference between passion and talent. The best mix, of course, you have passion and be talented at the same time.
So that's how they spotted you, or you spotted and you all grew together.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had the passion and the talent for a female gamer, for sure.
So again, he was in trouble, when he said that she's got a passion. It was a pause.
And then just talented. I have to be honest. I mean, she's talented for the female. Very talented.
I see. So yeah, as we know that when it comes in the gaming community, there are not a lot of females. So Adeline, share with us like what's your experience like as a female gamer, and what advice do you have for female gamers out there?
Okay, so usually most of the time, right, when I'm playing games, right, people will go like, oh, female gamer. So the first thing they think of like, oh, cannot be any better than us guys. Then they will feel like
Then
very,
egos.
yeah, very, very dominating. So at the end of the day, right, I will end up playing all the support roles. Can never be a DPS. Okay, actually I'm still a support roles because I really enjoy playing, just being a support. Because in every game, right, without a support, how can a team win? So
Spoken like a true team player.
And then we say that behind a successful man, there's always a woman.
yes,
Exactly. So that's how she helped you guys, right?
Yes.
Do you want to, take this time to boast a little bit on what ISG has done so far?
ISG is probably the only organization right now that has a mix of male and female gamers right now. We've seen other organizations like Strix and Galaxy, they are pure female teams. We are the one that incorporate female and male at the same time. I mean, we want to play together because I feel that she has talent and as well as passion. She definitely has 100% passion because she puts in a lot of hours into gaming with us. And
So you don't discriminate.
we don't
between sex.
discriminate, yeah.
All you have to do is passionate and be good at what you're talented,
Yes.
as you said. So when you say talent, what kind of talent are you looking out for?
Well, as I said, reflexes must be good.
Okay.
You must have knowledge about the game. You must do a bit of study. I mean, it's not about full work on it by playing the game. You have to do some theory. So there
What
is.
kind of theory is there? Can you
Okay.
explain that? This is very new to someone like me who I don't play any game.
Okay, we take Overwatch as a latest game, Overwatch as an example. So we have skills. So you look at how long the skill cooldown of each skill is, and that's based on theory. You play, you will know. Like let's say a shield, it can last for 2 seconds. And how long does it take to cool down before you can use that shield again? 8 seconds. These are something basic knowledge like you do theory crafting. And so people ask you if the shield is up, will you shoot the shield or not? Or you have to wait for 2 seconds before the shield go down and shoot the person.
I
Then
see.
you have to also understand that within the next 8 seconds, she won't have a shield. So you need to bring her down within the 8 seconds.
Very interesting. There's a lot of studying, behind this.
Yes, it's just
Which
not
is-
just playing only.
Yeah, so I mean that is what a lot of people actually think, right? That gaming is just playing a computer, vegetating in front of the screen, and I think especially in Singapore and in Asia, when you say that, oh, I want to be a professional gamer, parents are going to poo-poo and say, are you sure you can earn money? Is that something commonly that you have heard, especially, or been through it with your own parents?
actually I've been through it with my own parents because especially when you are a girl, right, and you are always
Yeah.
like hanging out at the LAN shop with a bunch of guys, and then my mom will always go crazy coming to the LAN shop and find me. But after which, right, when she realized that that's where you can find me, I'm not anywhere else like doing illegal stuff, right? Slowly she come to learn and accept it. Like okay, like at least she's there, I know where she is. She's just playing games, and of course don't let it affect your studies. So prioritize what should be important in life for you. Of course, gaming can be fun and then at the same time enjoy time with your friends and grow together as a team. Yeah, still don't neglect your studies.
You heard that. Don't neglect your studies.
So for me, yes, my parents always say that you sure you want to be an esports professional player, you will probably not earn anything from it. Which is true back in those days when gaming wasn't really that popular. It's just a hobby, a pastime. But right now, as we take a look at this current generations, we have big tournaments in esports. We call it esports because it's same as sports, but it's just electronical kind.
Yeah.
So we have a big tournament that just passed, the Dota 2 tournament. The prize pool was like 9 million. The winner, the prize pool was actually 20 million.
20 million!
Yes, and then the winners took back home 9 million.
Wow.
I mean, now when you look back at your parents, see if you had gone and played professionally, I could have won those 9 million.
But parents will probably say, what makes you think you could make it, right?
Yes, but that's what everything. It goes with studies as well.
True.
I mean, if I say now that I want to be a lawyer or I want to be a doctor, the parents say with your current studying parents, are you sure you can be? It's always a risk to take.
I
Like,
see.
like I want to be a chef.
You really want to be a chef?
I wanted to cook last time. My parents didn't allow me to because they tell me that it's a very long, drawn out. It's very tough life when you start out from the bottom.
But I guess that happens for any career as well, right?
Yes,
As which you also can say, as a professional gamer, it's not an easy task. It's not easy to play at your level as well.
Yes.
Although you have a really cool room. Been to their room last week. It's like, yeah, for yourself. So, I mean, you guys have really built up and tried to build a reputation for professional gaming in Singapore as well. So, yeah, can you tell the audience or our dear sources like what you guys have achieved so far for the community and what your hopes for the next generation of gamers?
Female power.
Of course, we are looking for more female gamers right now.
You heard her, so you can find her.
Yes, right now we already have like me and another 2 female gamers in the team.
Only 3.
Yes.
Out of how many?
But-
How big is the organization?
Well, our organization is about 30 people.
3 out of 30. So you see, girls. We need more girls in the team. Yeah, we definitely do.
But it's okay, we play like a guy.
Definitely. And then when they don't expect it, just kill them off in the game, right?
So
Yes.
this is what I'm hoping for as a female gamers, like more and more female will come in and join us and yeah, to show more girls power.
I see. We've
Oh.
got some comments coming in. I can read them a little bit. James said, check out 18 Chef, Benny, Penthouse, Drive Porsche, Top Chef with 10 restaurants.
Yeah, I know 18 Chef.
I know that you didn't share, but
We
I
all
love to
know
go
18
there.
Chef.
the pasta is nice.
I like the big
see.
rice, yes.
So yes, you can be a chef and drive a Porsche as well. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So
See,
that's-
that's when my parents told me last time when I was young. Give up that dream. Be what they want us to follow in their footsteps. Parents always want you to follow in their footsteps, but we also should not deny the kids of our dreams.
I
mean,
see.
we do not look at far-fetched dreams to take it as an example, but at least certain passion we should allow our kids to follow.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always a backup plan.
So okay, I'm not going to ask what your backup plans are, but I'm just thinking about, the youngsters who are watching, they probably are very passionate, as you said. They think they've got the talent. You probably see them in the LAN shops. So how do they turn to become professional? What's the next step? Should they be thick-skinned and go and join groups like ISG, or should they? What's the right step for them?
The right step for them is to form a team, a good team.
Okay.
I mean, when you form a team, you build bonds in it. I mean, if you rather join another team and you feel that you can work out, that's also okay. But if you have a group of friends and you play together regularly, right? Grow yourself as a team, as a unit, and so that you can play on a higher level to get recognized. And then all people will start to notice you, and then they will take you in under their wings to groom you. Like what ISG do is we take in teams to groom them to play on a professional level. But of course, we have teams that we're going to build and we'll professionally talent scout you. Means you have to be lucky. It's the same as any sports as well, where if you are nobody, no one will know you. But if you are lucky, you get talent spotted. But just do what you do and keep training at what you're best at. And eventually people will notice you. Be it online. When you play online, we will also play online. And that's where we will find out where are the good players online as well. And then we can also meet you in person, even though it's online. As on offline basis, we can be there. Oh, so you are that person who played. You played very well. And then I would like to trial you for the team.
I see.
Yes. But always try to be spotted as a team by going for competitions. And don't be afraid to take the step to join competitions. You don't always put yourself down and say, I'm not good enough to join this competition. If you're never trying out for a competition, you will never know where your standard is at.
That's very interesting because earlier on our director was doing a Facebook live video and he was also talking about what is it that prevents people from achieving their dreams, and yeah, he said the same thing, it's fear. People always have a fear of either failure or fear of not upsetting their parents or whatever. So the same message goes to don't be afraid, just take that step, but of course be smart about it. Right? Yeah, be smart about it. But I think it's very interesting that what you said about forming teams. because the stereotype of a gamer is you're alone, stuck at home alone, you're playing with virtual people. But time and time, from interacting with you guys, and I do have a lot of friends who play games as well, not professionally, but like for 20 years they've been playing games. And yeah, I realized that you guys are a very tight-knit community, and there are friends who are friends in US and do not know each other ends of the world, and they are still friends for the past 20 years just because of gaming. So I think it's really interesting. What I'm trying to say is that it breaks a bit of stereotypes, right? So what other stereotypes do you hope to break when it comes to gaming?
I think a lot of people will always say that gamers are no life, they are introvert, or this, which I think is also not true. Because one thing I feel very lucky is that
They're not introvert people, right?
yeah, we are not introverts. So how I was found was because I was just randomly playing with friends and then friends. And then of course when I'm playing game, I sometimes will talk a lot. So I just keep talking while playing, and that's how I was spotted and brought into Insidious. So it's quite lucky. So
Yeah, I can attest to the fact that a whole bunch of them are not introverts.
We are fun-loving people.
I think I'm the one who's like sitting there and just watching them, talk and interact and tease each other, and you can really feel that there's a very close bond. And yeah, I agree with you that no matter what, I think people enjoy being a part of the community, right?
Yes, part of a group, part of a community, so that they don't feel alone.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to achieve, a community. In Singapore, the community is very sparse, but we try to bring it together. Because we always have parents like saying the game is bad, we always have the government not supporting much. Although we recently have Skoga at least to alleviate some of the pressure of the players. So at least we have some improvement going. Now parents are allowing kids to join in gaming, provided they are disciplined. It all boils back down to being disciplined, to managing your time between gaming as well as studies. Never neglect your studies. That's very important.
But okay, I've got this. This is my cousin. When he started gaming, I hate to say this, but he's a very smart boy. So definitely, in some ways, his studies was not neglected. But what I felt was the relationship with real humans, with his family in the house, that was affected. So what advice do you have, to give teenagers who are so obsessed with playing the game? They really are very, very social in the game and through their phones. But when it comes to the people at home who don't necessarily understand, but they are not saying no, don't do it. But how do you advise these teenagers where the balance is?
One thing, the computer that you're playing on is brought to you by your parents.
Good one.
The lodging that you're staying in is provided by your parents as well. The food, everything. So no matter what, never neglect your parents. That's for sure. I mean, they gave you a computer. If they didn't want you to game at all, they wouldn't buy the PC right there. They love you so much. Please do not neglect your parents. That's the very important thing. I mean, family values always come first before anything else. And so your parents, even if you want to be on a professional level, it's your parents that will support you all the way. And that's the support that you need. Your parents just say no to everything, right? You won't be playing a game at all.
That is true.
So my advice to you is try to spend time, at least 2 hours a day. You come back from school, you play, dinner time, at least before you sleep, at least dedicate some time to your parents.
So it's a lot like us adults, like work-life balancing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So all in all, it's about relationships, it's about community, it's fun to be with friends, but always remember about your family as well.
Yes.
So any last words or advice, for people who are really, really thinking or just joined in and they're thinking of becoming a professional gamer, like what should they expect the journey to be like?
I would say it will be a fun, exciting journey, but like Marvin said, don't neglect your family, don't neglect your friends. They are all important to you. So
is it tough though?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch about it. It's going to be a very tough journey, especially in Singapore. We do have professional from Singapore that made it big. We look at Xian in Street Fighter. He has represented Singapore by winning the World Champions. We have also another idol, Ice 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 in Dota 2. He has taken part in many of the major events in Dota. These are people that we look up to, and they too had a very tough journey, but they still made it with perseverance, right? So the most important is to train hard and what you're doing best. But of course, training hard doesn't necessarily be that end of it. You must have passion, right? You must have love for the game to study well. So keep at those two things.
You just enjoy it while you're
Yes, and everything about gaming is to have fun.
Yes.
So what is next for ISG? What plans next? Any events? Any fun things?
Yes.
Where can people stalk you?
You can stalk us on our Facebook, IS Gaming, facebook.com/is_gaming. Alright?
Wait. Repeat.
www.facebook.com/is_gaming.
You've heard it, okay? There's an underscore there. That's very important.
Alright? And what we're going to do next is, of course, we're going to go for events. The next one we're trying to plan is a laser tag.
Pokemon!
Laser tag with Pokemon teams. And it's going to be interesting, so you have to look out for it.
Yes, and stay tuned also on Source Inc. because we are going to be involved somehow. If you have also noticed on Source Inc. we have differentiated the topics so that it's easier for you to actually follow what you enjoy. And yeah, you can follow the gamers as well.
Yes, follow us.
Yeah, so as they've said, facebook.com/is_gaming. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah. They don't have a website yet, but we are fixing that soon.
Yes, we'll be having a website soon, so stay tuned to that as well.
Yeah. Are you on any other social media platforms?
No,
that they can stalk
Facebook
you
and
on?
the Soul at the moment only.
I
We're
see.
trying to go on Instagram. Probably you get her to take a lot of selfies, so the guys will follow.
I think I'll do a lot of streaming soon.
Yeah, we'll be doing
Yeah.
streaming as well.
Really?
So look out for our streaming for anything will be updated on our Facebook. So look out for our streaming. We're going to be streaming with her. She should be streaming with me, and we should be streaming individually.
Yeah, we'll have the girls team streaming.
Where will you all be streaming at?
We're streaming from home.
Yes.
Oh, we can go down to
On
Woodlands.
Facebook or
Facebook,
on
Twitch, and probably YouTube. We'll try all three platforms.
I see. Okay, so you've heard that. If you want the latest news, follow them on Facebook as well as Source Inc. So when Source Inc. Gaming specifically. So when they go on live, we will share them, we will like them as well, and let's support our local professional gamers. So thank you
Thank you
so much
Thank you,
for
Melissa.
doing this, and yeah, look out for next week. Where I can't remember who am I. Oh, I've got a local designer. So do stay tuned next week. Bye.